Nobody owes you success. Nobody owes you a better life, a bigger opportunity, or a breakthrough moment. The world does not wake up thinking about your dreams. That's your job. And if you're serious about winning, the first thing you have to do is kill every excuse that's been living rent-free in your mind. Stop blaming your past. Stop blaming your environment. Stop blaming your lack of resources. Some of the greatest achievers started with less than you have right now, but they made a decision, a real decision, that excuses would no longer control their future. You say you don't have enough time. Everybody gets 24 hours. You say you're too tired. So is everyone chasing something bigger than comfort. You say you don't have support. Sometimes the only support you need is the voice inside your head saying, get up and go. Success is not about convenience. It's about commitment. It's about waking up before the alarm, staying focused when distractions call your name, and pushing forward when quitting feels easier. Every excuse you make builds a wall between you and your destiny. Every action you take tears that wall down brick by brick. You can't complain about results you didn't earn. You can't pray for growth but run from pressure. Growth demands sacrifice. It demands discipline. It demands that you look at yourself in the mirror and say, it's me. I'm the reason I'm here, and I'm also the reason I can move forward. When you kill excuses, you take back power. You stop being a victim of circumstances and start becoming the author of your story. That's when things shift. That's when you stop waiting for motivation and start creating momentum. You don't need perfect conditions. You need a powerful decision. A decision that says no more blaming, no more delaying, no more doubting. Because the truth is, excuses feel comfortable. They protect your ego. They give you something to hide behind when things get tough. But comfort is the enemy of greatness. If you want extraordinary results, you must be willing to live an uncommon life. That means showing up when you don't feel like it. That means doing the work even when nobody is watching. That means choosing long-term success over short-term pleasure. The moment you decide that your dream is bigger than your excuses, everything changes. Your mindset shifts from why me to try me. Your focus shifts from problems to possibilities. And your energy shifts from complaining to conquering. You were not created to live small. You were not designed to settle for average. But average becomes your reality when excuses become your language. So change your language. Instead of I can't, say how can I? Instead of it's too hard, say it will make me stronger. Instead of maybe tomorrow, say right now. Because tomorrow is a liar. It keeps promising what today could deliver. The life you want is on the other side of consistent action, not perfect action, not glamorous action. Just relentless, disciplined daily movement. Kill the excuse that says you're not ready. Nobody ever feels fully ready. Kill the excuse that says you failed before. Failure is feedback, not a final sentence. Kill the excuse that says you're different. Yes, you are different, and that's your advantage. At the end of the day, success is simple but not easy. Do what you said you would do. Show up, put in the work, stay committed, and when your mind tries to offer you another excuse, shut it down immediately. Remind yourself who you are and what you're chasing, because when excuses die, potential comes alive. And when potential comes alive, movement begins. And when movement begins, results follow. So stop talking about what you're going to do. Stop explaining why you haven't done it yet. It's time to move. Your pain is not your enemy, it's your fuel. Every setback, every disappointment, every sleepless night is not there to break you. It's there to build you. But the problem is, most people use pain as an excuse instead of a weapon. They say, I've been hurt too many times, I've failed before, I'm not confident enough. And they allow those experiences to chain them to mediocrity. If you want to win, you have to flip the script. You have to look at your struggle and say, this is training. Champions aren't created when everything is easy. They're created when everything is hard, and they decide to keep going anyway. That pressure you feel, it's preparing you. That rejection, it's redirecting you. That failure, it's teaching you lessons success never could. But you can't grow if you keep running from discomfort. You can't rise if you keep retreating to what's familiar. Growth lives outside your comfort zone, and the moment you decide that your dream is more important than your discomfort, you step into a different league. You stop asking, why is this happening to me? And start declaring, this is happening for me. Pain has power. It can either make you bitter or make you better. The choice is yours. Every early morning you wake up when your body wants to sleep. Every workout you finish when your muscles burn. Every hour you study when your mind feels tired. Those moments are building mental toughness, and mental toughness is what separates those who talk about success from those who actually achieve it. You say you're tired, good, push anyway. You say you're stressed, channel it. You say you're overwhelmed. Break it down and take one step at a time, because every time you push through pain instead of bowing to it, you strengthen your discipline. And discipline is stronger than motivation. Motivation comes and goes, but discipline stays. Pain is temporary, but quitting can last a lifetime. Think about that. The discomfort of effort fades, but the regret of not trying lingers. Don't let temporary emotions rob you of permanent opportunities. When life hits you, hit back with effort. When doubt whispers, respond with action. When fear shows up, let courage answer the door. You are stronger than you think, but you won't discover that strength until you test it. The weight feels heavy because it's building muscle. The challenge feels intense because it's building capacity. Diamonds are formed under pressure, not comfort. So if you're feeling pressure, congratulations, you're in the process of transformation. Stop complaining about the heat and recognize that it's refining you. Every obstacle is an opportunity to prove to yourself who you really are. And when you start seeing pain as preparation instead of punishment, everything changes. You stop making excuses like it's too hard and start declaring, hard is what I do. You stop looking for shortcuts and start embracing the grind. You stop seeking sympathy and start building strength, because deep down you know you were built for more. The struggle is not a sign to quit. It's a sign to rise. The tears, the sweat, the frustration, they are evidence that you're stretching beyond your limits. And that stretch is where growth lives. So instead of asking for an easier path, ask for a stronger mindset. Instead of praying for lighter loads, pray for broader shoulders. Turn your wounds into wisdom. Turn your losses into lessons. Turn your pain into power, because when you learn to use what hurt you as fuel, there is nothing that can stop you. That's the moment excuses lose their grip. That's the moment you stop surviving and start thriving. And that's the moment you realize it's time to move. Stop waiting. Stop sitting on your dreams like they're going to expire gently instead of painfully. The truth is, nothing changes until you move. You keep saying you're waiting for the right time, the right opportunity, the right support, the right mood. But the right time is a myth that keeps average people comfortable. There will always be bills. There will always be responsibilities. There will always be fear. If you wait for perfect conditions, you will wait forever. Movement is what creates clarity. Movement is what builds confidence. You don't think your way into courage, you act your way into it. The first step won't be perfect. The first attempt might be messy. The first try might even fail. But it will be more powerful than 1,000 plans that never leave your head. You say you want success, but are you willing to move without guarantees? Are you willing to take action when nobody is clapping, when nobody is reposting, when nobody even believes in you yet? Because that's the real test. Everyone loves the spotlight, but few are willing to walk through the darkness to reach it. Action destroys fear. The longer you sit still, the louder your doubts become. The moment you start moving, doubt starts shrinking. Momentum is a powerful force. One small step leads to another. One disciplined day turns into a productive week. One brave decision can change the direction of your entire life, but you have to start. You can't steer a parked car. You can't grow in a comfort zone. You can't transform by thinking about transformation. You must move. And don't confuse movement with noise. Talking about your goals is not the same as working on them. Posting quotes is not the same as living them. Planning is important, but execution is everything. You don't need more information, you need more implementation. Stop researching and start doing. Stop hesitating and start building. Every day you delay is another day your dream remains an idea instead of becoming reality. And here's the truth. Fear never disappears completely. Even the bold feel it. The difference is they move anyway. They feel the fear and take the step. They feel the uncertainty and press forward. They feel the pressure and rise to meet it. That's what separates dreamers from doers. Your future is built by what you do today, not what you intend to do someday. You don't need to see the whole staircase. Just take the next step. Focus on what you can control right now. Send the email, make the calls, start the workout, write the first page, apply for the opportunity, launch the idea. Begin, because beginning is powerful. Beginning breaks the cycle of procrastination. Beginning sends a signal to your mind that you are serious. And once you begin, protect your momentum with consistency. Small daily actions compound into massive results over time. You don't have to be the most talented. You don't have to be the most connected. But you must be willing to move when others hesitate. You must be willing to act when others complain. You must be willing to push when others pause. That's how progress happens. That's how confidence grows. That's how results are earned. So stop negotiating with your excuses. Stop waiting for permission. Stop asking if it's the right time. This is your sign. This is your moment. Not because everything is perfect, but because you've decided that staying the same is no longer acceptable. Movement creates momentum. Momentum creates belief. Belief creates results, and results change lives. It's time to move. Discipline over feelings. That's the difference between average and elite. Because if you only work when you feel motivated, you will rarely work at all. Feelings are unstable. They change with the weather, with opinions, with comfort, with convenience. One day you feel unstoppable. The next day you feel tired, distracted, uninspired. If your success depends on emotion, your progress will always be inconsistent. But discipline doesn't care how you feel. Discipline shows up on the days you're exhausted. Discipline locks in when excuses get loud. Discipline pushes you to do what needs to be done, whether you're in the mood or not. That's power, that's maturity, that's growth. You don't build greatness by chasing motivation, you build it by building habits. Small, repeated actions done daily, especially when you don't feel like doing them, create unstoppable momentum. The alarm rings early, your body says sleep, discipline says get up, the workout feels heavy, your mind says skip it. Discipline says push, the work gets boring, your emotions say scroll your phone. Discipline says focus. Every time you choose discipline over comfort, you strengthen your character. And character is what carries you when excitement fades. Let's be honest, most people quit because they stop feeling good about the process. They start strong, energized by inspiration, but when the grind becomes routine and the results don't show up instantly, their feelings change. That's when discipline must take control. Because success is not about intensity, it's about consistency. It's not about going hard for 1 week. It's about showing up for months and years without losing commitment. You will not always feel confident. You will not always feel capable, but you act your way into confidence. You work your way into capability. You don't wait to feel ready. You train until you are ready. Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. Without it, dreams stay dreams. With it, dreams turn into plans, and plans turn into results. And here's the truth: discipline is a decision, not a personality trait. It's not something you're born with, it's something you practice. Every day you have a choice: comfort or growth, easy or necessary, temporary pleasure or long-term progress, and every choice builds your identity. When you repeatedly choose the harder right over the easier wrong, you start seeing yourself differently. You start trusting yourself more. You stop breaking promises to yourself, and that self-trust, that's where real confidence is born. Because nothing feels better than knowing you can rely on yourself. Excuses will always sound convincing. I'm too tired, I'll start tomorrow. Just this once won't hurt. But discipline silences those whispers. Discipline understands that one skipped day becomes a pattern if you're not careful. It understands that success is built in private before it's celebrated in public. Nobody sees the early mornings, the late nights, the sacrifices, but they will see the results. And when they ask how you did it, the answer won't be motivation. It will be discipline. It will be the decision to keep going when it wasn't glamorous. It will be the choice to stay focused when distractions were everywhere. It will be the commitment to your future self over your present comfort. If you want to separate yourself from the crowd, master your habits. Create routines that move you forward whether you feel inspired or not. Make discipline your default setting. Because feelings are temporary, but results are lasting. And when you learn to lead your life with discipline instead of emotion, excuses lose their power. You stop negotiating with your goals. You stop shrinking when things get hard. You stop waiting for the right mood. You become reliable, consistent, unstoppable. And that's when everything changes. That's when progress becomes permanent. That's when winning becomes a lifestyle.